What's going on, Spitfires? Welcome back to another episode of the Spitfire Podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Lemunyon, the Spitfire Coach, here with another episode. And I was a little fired up this morning. I like to scroll through Facebook, which I completely do not agree with. For all of my clients, if you're listening, don't do what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. But I like to kind of get into the coaching space and see what the challenges people are having, what the questions they're having are. Oh, and let me just turn on my magical little light here if it wants to work. There we go. Now we're officially spitting fire. Today, I was going through a coaching group and there was a question about someone coming to a session and not having an agenda. And typically that's usually the sign of like, people don't want to do the work. They're like, what do you think I should work on? What should we talk about? And it wasn't the question that sparked my curiosity, but the responses that people had. And the first question was, ask them why they got into coaching. And I immediately was like, red flag. We don't need to ask why questions. Now, you might be asking why. And the reason for that is think about when someone has asked you why, or when you've asked yourself a why question. So why did you do that? Why did that happen? Where in time does that point you back to? I just said it. It points you back to the past. And so what happens is when things don't go our way, when we don't get our intended outcome, we start to build up these stories, these excuses, the rationale, the tolerance about things that don't work for us. So that why question, that 1 3-letter word sparks us into, oh no, this was clearly wrong, meaning we go into judgment. So it's wrong, I'm wrong. And let me now build up the entire novel of stories to reinstill my rationale for why it happened. So I could go off about Simon Sinek for a while. I am so tired of people saying, what's your why? Why? Can we stop? The real question is what? What is most important? What do you want the outcome to be? What do you want to create? And in coaching, we focus on the here and now. Where are we and where do we want to go? If we're always looking back to the past, guess what we're going to do? We're going to recreate all those past stories and patterns. What we want to do is create a new pathway forward. We want to figure out where are the blocks and the things that we can move around, and we're more empowered to make that happen. If I'm constantly looking backwards, I'm not even looking at what's in front of me and what might be passing me by. But think about all the times you do a retrospective on your life, on your day, and you're asking, well, why? Why did that happen? So let's fix that. Let's shift that. What worked really well? What do I want to be different? And what am I willing to do going forward? Notice there was not a single why question there. It was all about what. So think about where why has crept in and what the question really is that you need to be asking yourself. So when Simon Sinek says, what's your why? What does that actually mean? It means, what's your passion? What's your purpose? What's your motivation? What fires you up? If we're only asking, why did I do this? Or why do I want this? We're not moving forward. We're only recreating belief patterns that have been established in the past. And we're not recognizing all of this new amazing stuff that's emerging. And in fact, we might be rejecting the new stuff because it's different. And our brain's going, holy crap, this feels like a risk. It feels like a threat. And the reality is, it's exactly what you asked for. You wanted new, you wanted exciting and adventurous. Take it and grab it and process it through your values. Process it through what's most important. How does this line up? Now we're in constant evaluation. We're not looking at, well, why did this happen? Why did I create it? It doesn't matter. Why does not matter. Okay. So if I get anything across to you today in my little morning rant, stop asking why and start asking what. How will emerge later? Who and what? How? Forget your why. When will also emerge? When do you want it to happen? Then you can actually build a plan. But why should not be part of your future planning process. So that's what I got for you today, Lauren's little morning rant. And I hope you all have an awesome, magical week. And I'll be back next week with some more Spitfire episodes. Y'all keep being awesome.